Let's be honest, shall we? The hustle and bustle of our daily lives have reached unprecedented levels. We Britons are a nation of grafters. From the office cubicles to the construction sites, we are always on the move. We take pride in our work ethic, often to our detriment. The relentless pursuit of excellence can sometimes be overwhelming, but lately the pressure cooker of modern life has been cranked up a notch. The demands of our jobs are ever increasing. Longer hours, always-on technology, and the lingering shadow of economic uncertainty have left many feeling burnt out. The lines between work and personal life are blurring. Statistics paint a worrying picture. The numbers are not just figures, they represent real people facing real struggles. According to name of organisation, the UK loses number working days each year due to work-related stress. A staggering amount that continues to rise, costing the economy a staggering amount of money. This financial burden is felt across all sectors, and it's not just our wallets that are suffering. The emotional and physical toll is immense. Percentage of British workers report experiencing work-related stress, a number that has been climbing steadily, leading to a surge in anxiety, depression, and even physical ailments. Mental health services are overwhelmed. The problem is particularly acute in certain sectors like healthcare and education, where the stakes are incredibly high, where passionate individuals are stretched to their limits. These are the people who shape our future and care for our health. Teachers are drowning in paperwork, struggling to keep up with administrative demands. Nurses are running on fumes, often working double shifts to cover staffing shortages. And everyone is feeling the pinch. The collective strain is palpable. This constant state of high alert isn't sustainable. Something has to give. We cannot continue at this pace without serious consequences. But what if there was another way? What if we could find a balance that allows us to thrive both professionally and personally? What if instead of accepting burnout as an inevitable part of modern life, we dared to imagine a world where work-life balance wasn't a mythical creature, but a tangible reality? It's time to rethink our approach and strive for a healthier, more balanced way of living. The future depends on it. Now, I know what you're thinking. A 4-day work week? It sounds almost too good to be true, right? Sounds like a utopian dream, doesn't it? A world where we work less, but achieve more. But before you dismiss it as a radical fantasy, let's delve into some compelling real-world examples. Our friends across the pond, the ever-so-bold Icelanders, decided to put this very idea to the test. Between 2015 and 2019, they conducted large-scale trials of a 32-hour work week with no loss of pay. Imagine working fewer hours but still taking home the same paycheck. The results? Nothing short of astonishing. Productivity either remained the same or, in some cases, actually improved. Workers reported feeling happier, healthier, and less stressed. And they had more time for family, hobbies, and personal growth. And it's not just the land of glaciers and geysers that's embracing this change. Similar trials in New Zealand and Japan have yielded equally promising results. Companies are reporting higher employee satisfaction, reduced absenteeism, and even a drop in operating costs. Imagine a world where work-life balance is not just a buzzword, but a reality. These pioneering nations are showing us that a shorter work week isn't just possible, it's beneficial. It's a win-win for both employees and employers. It's time for England to join the movement and explore how this radical idea could transform our own workforce. Imagine the possibilities for innovation, creativity, and overall well-being. The future of work is evolving, and the 4-day work week could be the key to unlocking a more balanced, productive, and fulfilling life for everyone. So let's take a cue from these trailblazing countries and consider how we can make this dream a reality in our own lives. It's time for England to join the movement and explore how this radical idea could transform our own workforce. Now, I understand that implementing such a significant change can seem daunting. The idea of shifting to a shorter work week might raise concerns about productivity, economic impact, and the logistics of such a transition. England isn't Iceland, and a one-size-fits-all approach simply wouldn't work. Each country has its unique challenges and cultural nuances that must be considered. But that doesn't mean we can't learn from their successes and tailor a solution that works for us. By studying Iceland's model, we can identify best practices and adapt them to fit our own needs. One option could be a phased implementation, starting with specific sectors or industries. This would allow us to test the waters and make adjustments as needed. Imagine a pilot program in the public sector, allowing overworked teachers and nurses to experience the benefits firsthand. This could lead to improved job satisfaction and better service delivery. The private sector, always keen on a productivity boost, could then follow suit. Flexibility is key. Companies could experiment with different models to see what works best for their employees and business goals. We could explore compressed hours, where employees work 4 longer days, or staggered schedules allowing for greater coverage and potentially even reducing the need for costly overtime. This flexibility could be a game changer for many businesses. The key is to work with businesses and employees to find solutions that work for everyone. Collaboration and open communication will be essential in this process. Of course, we can't ignore the potential challenges. There will be hurdles to overcome, and not every industry will find it easy to adapt. Some industries, like healthcare and emergency services, require round-the-clock staffing. These sectors will need special consideration and innovative solutions. But even here, creative solutions can be found, such as rotating shifts or offering compressed work weeks to administrative and support staff. With careful planning and a willingness to adapt, a shorter work week could become a reality for many. Time for a well-being checkup, the pros and cons. Like any good physician, it's important to examine both sides of the prescription before we go ahead. So let's address the elephant in the room, the potential downsides of a 4-day work week. Some critics argue that it could lead to increased labor costs for businesses. Others worry about a potential decline in productivity, particularly in sectors where output is directly tied to hours worked. These are valid concerns that need to be addressed. However, the potential benefits cannot be ignored. A shorter work week could be the antidote to our national burnout epidemic, leading to a happier, healthier, and more engaged workforce. Imagine a society where people have more time for their families, their passions, and themselves. This could lead to a surge in creativity, innovation, and overall well-being. The productivity puzzle, debunking the myths. Now let's address the productivity puzzle. The age-old adage, more hours worked equals more output, is frankly a dinosaur in today's world. Studies have consistently shown that productivity isn't linear. In fact, working longer hours often leads to diminishing returns, with fatigue and burnout actually hindering performance. A 4-day work week, on the other hand, encourages employees to work smarter, not harder. With a renewed sense of focus and a looming deadline, people are more likely to prioritize tasks and eliminate distractions. And remember those Icelandic trials? They proved that shorter hours don't necessarily mean less output. In fact, many companies reported an increase in efficiency and innovation as employees found creative ways to get the same amount of work done in less time. A breath of fresh air, benefits beyond the balance sheet. Now, the benefits of a 4-day work week extend far beyond the balance sheet. Imagine the positive ripple effects it could have on our society as a whole, transforming lives. Parents would have more time to spend with their children, fostering stronger family bonds and connections. Individuals could pursue further education or training, boosting their skills and employability significantly. And let's not forget the positive environmental impact. With fewer cars on the road and offices consuming less energy, a shorter work week could contribute to a greener, more sustainable future. This isn't just about working less. It's about living more intentionally and creating a society that values well-being alongside economic prosperity. A future worth fighting for, embracing the change. The 4-day work week might seem like a radical idea, but so were weekends and paid holidays once upon a time. Change can be daunting, but it can also be incredibly liberating. This isn't about laziness or entitlement. It's about recognizing that our current way of working is simply unsustainable. It's about prioritizing the well-being of our workforce and reaping the economic and societal benefits that come with it. The time has come for England to have a frank and open conversation about the future of work. Let's embrace the possibility of a 4-day work week and create a society where people can thrive both inside and outside the office. It's a future worth striving for, don't you think?